Yes, you are. Hello, everybody. Friday Night Hoops. Scott Reister, Shannon Earhart. You ready to do this?
Week 1, baby. I'm ready.
Let's go. All right, so here's the deal. We've got you covered with wall-to-wall high school basketball from now up until the state tournament. Going to be a lot of fun. We had a great game of the week tonight, didn't we, Shannon?
Yeah, Jeff Dubrov got to see Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial square off. Get right to it, Jeff.
With the weather cooling down outside, the action heating up inside. And why not spend a Friday enjoying two of the best teams in girls 5A basketball battle it out in a top 5 showdown.
Fourth-ranked Centennial on the road at third-ranked Waukee Northwest. A clash of titans. Centennial came out of the gates firing on all cylinders. Terrific passing leads to an easy layup by the star Jaden Pratt, and we're off. Pratt was all over the place in the first half. Pump fake from the corner, then a strong drive to the lane. Jags took a 2-point lead into the half. Third quarter, Waukee Northwest flipped the script. They're outrunning in transition, and it's Leah Janulevich making it look easy in January. Wolves weren't done either. The dish to Kennedy Princehouse for the 3. Wolves lead by 9 heading into the fourth, but the Jags have so much experience. They roar back from the deficit. Maya Crawford underneath. The layup ties the game at 41 with just under 2 minutes to go. Next Wolves possession, it's Janulevich again. The layup gives them a 43-41 lead. Under 30 seconds to go. It's 44-41 Wolves. They need a stop, and they get it. The steal by Vanna Billick will do it, as all Centennial can do is foul. The Wolves get a statement win, 47-41.
We're hungry, and I think that we're ready for anything that comes our way, and just knowing that we have utmost confidence in each other to keep moving forward.
Reporting from Waukee Northwest, Jeff Dubrov, KCCI, Iowa Sports Leader.
Man, what a game. You know, earlier I was holding something, didn't even reference it. The foam finger from my friends at Lincoln High School. We'll get to them in just a bit, but first, more girls' games to get to, Shannon.
Yeah, let's talk about an incredible 5A run that Johnston is having, dating back to last season, which they were perfect. They are on a 36-game winning streak coming into today's game. Johnston did beat Southeast Polk earlier this season at home, but this game was in Rams territory. Southeast Polk broke open scoring with a top-of-the-key 3 by Haley Vanderweerd. Jalaya Knetz out here looking like MJ. Check out the turnaround fadeaway jumper. Hey, she is wearing 23, so I guess that works. Adea Phillips skips 2 defenders to Imani Jenkins charging hard to the hoop, but she's soft off the glass. And this next sequence was like looking into a bakery window. Turnover after turnover after turnover, Scott.
Nice.
Phillips would get to feast, and Johnston then would lead by 13. The Dragons end up dropping a 40-burger on Southeast Polk, rocking the Rams 81-41. The final score there. The win streak extended to 37 straight games.
Shannon, how about the second-ranked team in Class 5A, number 2 Dowling, and they had a similar result, running all over Urbandale. Fast break. The finish, Dowling led by 28 in the third quarter. Instant replay. This time it's Ava Zedeker, their star, finishing. Dowling crushes Urbandale 60-27. They're rolling.
Dang, there was some blowouts today. Let's talk about Gilbert Bondurant Farrar. Kayla Rash over here passing to Molly Schnormeyer. Schnormeyer blows by a snoring defense. Scott, 58-34 Gilbert. Bondurant Farrar, Morgan Mueller keeps her toes in bounds, and Addison Brown. Oops, the bucket. It's 60-40 Gilbert. Gilbert's Callie Hales passing like she's QB1 to Schnormeyer, who scores the 3 on the deep ball. Field goal-esque. Get it? 3 points.
We need more Schnormeyer.
I know, right? She's incredible. She was great tonight. The Blue Jays kept fighting, but the Tigers punched back every single time. 12th ranked Gilbert wins by 22 points at 74-52.
Shannon, you know where I drove tonight?
Where?
I drove to Martinsdale. It was a big game. Martinsdale St. Mary's trailing Mount Ayr by 1 game in the Pride of Iowa Conference. 3 minutes left in the game. Mount Ayr up by 2 with the ball in black. Jaxie Knight, the knight in shining armor, buries a cold-blooded 3. Mount Ayr goes up by 5, and the Raiderettes just took over down the stretch.
Wow.
Izzy Gilbertson, no fear, through traffic for a huge and 1. Coach Thad Straight's team remains undefeated in the conference, now with a 2-game lead over the Blue Devils, 49-40. And check out about how pumped they were after. Here's a behind-the-scenes look. they're still screaming. That was
we
awesome.
can hear that from the station. Seriously, what a game.
My favorite part of that was the poster from Uncle Sam. We want you to do your best.
Okay, up next, the boys game. Stay tuned.
And some great crowds as well.
Basketball Friday night hoops.
I didn't think that out.
We're scoring basketball.
So nice you saw it twice, right, Shannon?
It's too good. It's too good. Yeah, I know, right? It hit me in the face, too, when I was
Right.
filming it. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is scary.
Yeah, she got some pom-poms. I got the little foam finger. And what I like about this is you can see the shades on Abraham Lincoln from the Lincoln Rails player. So we got Lincoln wearing shades, but would they be cool enough to beat Ottumwa at home? The fans were dressed to the nines, or actually dressed like construction workers. You got the kid with the traffic cone on his head. And first quarter, the end of the first quarter, Desmond Campbell beats the buzzer. High arcing shot, and it goes in. Nice play right there. And Lincoln kept it going early second quarter. Brian DeMeyer, swish. They had a 5-point lead. Ottumwa came to play Nehemiah Wolfing. Wide open on the wing, soft spot in the zone. Rattles it in, and then Travios Brown in transition is going to score. Ottumwa had a late lead in this game. Lincoln had a chance to win at the buzzer but missed, so Ottumwa does hang on for that road win, Shannon. 46-45.
Wow, what a close one. Let's talk about Centennial and Waukee Northwest on the boys' side here. The Wolves were up big in the second half. Peyton McCullum, the give and go with Landon Davis. The corner three, a coffin almost. Centennial was trying to keep pace with the Wolves. Evan Abbott playing some ISO over here. That's not him, but here he is. He ends up hitting the three, but the Wolves were too much. The pass down low to Davis, and this is way too easy. The Wolves end up winning 77-36, a clean sweep. Scott.
That impressive win right there. Urbandale Dowling on the boys' side. Maroons up 9. Maddox Coppola, left wing three all day long, showing the range. Urbandale hanging with teams this year, playing some good basketball on the road tonight. Beautiful up and under lay-in right here by Davis Harderson. Strong finish. Back to 10. But while Urbandale was making twos, Dowling was making threes. Giovanni Chiez for three. Dowling does hold on to win 64-53.
Can't trade twos for threes. You're going to lose that way. Gilbert at Bondurant Farrar. Bondurant Farrar's pants. I'm in love. Love the stripes. Way to go. William Terrones, a little splish splash. No hesitation there. That opens up scoring. Brody Hay going coast to coast with the defensive board. Gilbert led by 5. The Blue Jays' first field goal of the night is right here on a turnaround in the post. The Tigers were up by 8, but Hudson McConnell was working hard to cut the lead. Very nice bucket. How about this motion? Jasper Wilson just waiting at the back door, walks right through. Adam Wilson, his son, he was probably a good basketball player too, or a digital guy. Bondurant Farrar would storm back and beat Gilbert 76-71.
Yeah, Jasper destroys his old man in one-on-one, by the way.
I've seen it.
Martinsdale St. Mary's fans busted out the ponies and then busted out the threes to start their game against visiting Mount Ayr.
Ooh.
Trey White misses, gets his own board. Trey White right there buries it rather than Jack Rezak has a shot block, gets it back, and then finds Kale Morrow. And look at this, get a TO, baby. It was 9-0, just like that. Mount Ayr didn't go all that way just to lose, though, Shannon. Sophomore Adler Reed knocks it loose and then gets the run out to finish the play. He scores. Reed with the nose for the ball and makes basketball plays. There he leaves it for Jays Frost. Mount Ayr wins 40-32. We got the fan of the night up next, and take us to break, kids. Oh, welcome back. We're having all sorts of fun out here, especially the kids we're about to see, right, Shannon?
These kids were hilarious. These had to be the biggest Bondurant for our fans I've seen in my life. Check it out. Look at them jumping around. I don't know how old they are, middle schoolers maybe, but this kid was on fire. He was making all sorts of faces. They were having the time of their lives. And then they asked if they could gritty. Here we go. Big JJ fans. They were so funny, Scott. I could not stop laughing the entire game. I pointed them out to everybody.